Let's play! Whoa!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Raging Loop. Last time we left off, we decided to go after Yasunaga this time around. However, at least I totally forgot about the spider. They protected him. Now, we still don't know exactly who the spider may be. We're trying to narrow it down to either Tei, Kiyonosuke, or Rikako. However, we just hung Tei. And really, things are just kind of going south for the humans. It seems like a lot of alliances are breaking up. There's a lot of doubt being, passed around. So, right now, we're going to check up on Haru and Mochi. So, yeah, let's just see what the hell happens here. I took some items from a prefab and went to the dorm. Standing in front of Haru-chan's room, I knocked on her door. Who's there? Fusashi. She opened the door. Well, that's new. I mean, are those pants that she's wearing? Because she has them hiked up like crazy. What do you want? She sounded moody, but there was none of the harshness from before. It felt more like she was perplexed. She was probably thinking that I might have come here as a wolf. I was gonna say something, but seeing your outfit caused my mind to go blank. What about it? This is what I wear inside my room. I figured no one wore this kind of thing since the war. Yeah, hold on, let's get a better look at that. Yeah, okay then. Oh, I just remembered the Yasumizu people frequently survived on hand-me-downs. This was probably from someone else here. It was the exact opposite of her usual weird fashion, but it was strangely fitting. It was probably her face. It went well with distinctly Japanese fashion no matter the era. Anyway, here, eat up. What's this? In my hands, I had orange boxes of food. The same kind Chime had given me the first time. They're like cookies. They're easier on your stomach. Take 3. Oh, I never tried these. Thanks. You're hungry, right? You shouldn't force yourself. But it's awkward. Yeah, no, I understand. I'll apologize to Kiyori-san later. And to Yasunaga-kun tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, see you. She closed the door. You're sharing with me too, right? I turned around but didn't see anyone. I'm over here. He sure was. His face was right outside the railing on the second floor, almost right next to my feet. Huh? Wait, you jumped from the first floor? Like I could. I just grabbed on from the staircase and climbed my way over. Wow. Are you a monkey? But I can't get down or up. What are you doing? Help me, Hassan! I went down to the first floor, waited until he let go, and caught him. It was pretty light for a guy, so this wasn't a challenge. Made you blush, didn't I? Well, he did look like a small, cute girl, but I'd seen something I'd rather not while I was looking upward, so he really didn't. Oh no! What are you doing? What, fishing for laughs? No, I just thought you would spill the beans. Huh? I just think Haru-chan isn't the type of girl to go on the offensive like that. I know there's a whole thing with her grandpa, but it's weird to make it Yasun's fault, right? Was she just redirecting her frustration with her grandpa at him? But that'd be weird too. The Haru-chan I knew wouldn't say anything that'd make it seem like she's blaming them. She'd just shrug it off. That's why I thought that you might have done something to her. What do you think? No way. Actually, it was hard to say that I didn't. What the hell is up with this guy's intuition? I just came here to scold you guys a bit and give you some food. Oh yeah, gimme! I did that, and he instantly opened it.
Oh, sweet, huh? Whoa, it's sweet, but really good. I love it, Hassan.
Don't force yourself if you're that hungry.
I just thought I was in danger of being poisoned.
Kiori-san wouldn't do that.
I feel like it would have already happened if someone wasn't there to stop her.
What are you getting at? Can you go a minute without making weird assumptions?
Well, I do think that Mommy Kiori is a wolf. If I said that with everyone around, everyone would just think I'm a bother, right? That's why I'm saying it to just you.
What, so you trust me?
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't do anything that'd earn you the corruption, right?
I feel like you're hinting at something with every sentence that you say. If you really are, let me just tell you that's not getting across.
Really? Human society sure is difficult.
What a child of the wild thing to say. Anyway, eat up, shelter, and sleep. And apologize to Kiori-san tomorrow.
Well, if I feel like it.
Anyway, it's early, but good night.
Hassan, are you and Haru-chan wolves?
I couldn't let that question trip me up.
Oh, it's fine. I don't care if you are or not, or if I'll die or not. I just had a hunch that she grew stronger thanks to teaming up with someone. What they're after might be a good or bad thing, though. But if it makes her happy, I'm okay with that.
Hey, wait, why are you acting like that's true?
Huh? Well, it isn't?
Why are you suspecting me? Of course it isn't.
Well, there's no reason. I'm just thinking aloud. Be more confident.
I really couldn't.
You know how you have to show your work at school? Well, I get a lot of answers right, but if I don't show my work, I don't get credit. I really don't understand or proof or whatever. I just know things. So, well, I could be wrong, but I really don't care. I've never tried killing anyone, but from what I saw in the hangings, it really didn't seem all that fun or interesting. I want Yasu to survive and become happy, and that's probably impossible.
Yeah, Kiori-san was a wolf after all.
So, yeah, I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. Do your best, Hassan. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks, Hassan. Leave some of these on my grave.
He tore off another aluminum package, all smiles. After that, I left the dorm. Mochi knew. There was no logic behind it at all. He just knew. Despite that, he said he wouldn't do anything. That was a lie. He'd already voted for Kiori-san, but he was definitely following his intuition. He'd probably vote for me at some point just because I seemed kind of shady. However, like he just said, no one would take his baseless accusations seriously. Even so, a vote is a vote. I was getting more and more of them. Would I survive? What does she mean by that? I really don't understand.
Oh, sorry, Kiori-san. I even voted for you. It's fine. I knew you were just acting. Did you see how perplexed Yasunaga was? Your acting was really good, too. I really like how you mentioned Takumi-san. And we're the ones who killed him!
An act where they praise each other's acting. After I met up with Haru-chan and came to the dining hall, she started talking to Kiori-san like this. In Kiori-san's case, this was a side effect of the madness born of her emotions and sense of right. In Haru-chan's case, I told her to behave around Kiori-san, so I was relieved to see she did.
So, what do we do today?
Once that nonsense was finished, she put on a serious expression. The situation was difficult and tense. Though it was just his intuition, Chikamochi Kamoshida was getting real close to finding us out. I told this to Haru-chan, who said, but it's just Mochi, since he wasn't really influential. She wasn't wrong, but it was entirely possible that humans would reach for any possible lead out of desperation. Also, killing him would reduce the number of confirmed humans, and getting rid of him early would prevent any info from leaking. The humans would wonder why the wolves would go for him, which could probably be bad for us if anyone saw me talking to him. Then there was Yudai Hashimoto. He was antagonistic toward me in the most direct way. He set me up as the leader and would now try to expose me. His strange actions, like his votes, probably drew everyone's attention. In his words tomorrow, if his words tomorrow were convincing enough, the idea that it was dangerous to have me as a leader would spread even further. I couldn't help but feel it was best to get rid of him early, but it was too late for that. I'd definitely be suspected if I killed him now, but I wasn't completely defenseless. Though, I was also concerned about how we still haven't fulfilled the promise to kill the Aribe brothers. Why? Because I had no idea what Kiyori-san would do if we postponed that again. If only she was more cooperative. Yasunaga Aribe was as influential as always, and he was considering my words as the new leader very carefully. Though, he was a lot less powerful than he was at the start. Not to mention he'd been protected by the spider once already. If that happened again, our situation would be really dire. Yoshisugu Aribe, however, was better left alive for now. Like always, he supported his brother while being staunchly opposed to the elders and village heads. People who fragmented the group were helpful to us. The crow was dangerous at first glance, but as a false snake, I would only be in danger if this information contradicted mine. In other words, if there were no contradictions, I could use him to strengthen my credibility. Then there was the spider. To get rid of them, we had to kill either Hisako Mamiya or Rikaku-san. However, there were more immediate dangers. Right now, I had to pick one of those three. Ooh, crap. I really do not know. Because he brings up really good points. Chikamochi, even though he has hit the nail on the head straight up, I'm kind of banking on the thing, kind of like what Haru said, like, oh, it's just Mochi. He definitely isn't as influential as anyone else. So there's that. Hashimoto, oh man, I really would like to get rid of him. But the problem with that, I know, is that the whole idea that he suspects me. So now if he's gone, it's going to look really bad for me, I'd imagine so. And then killing Yasunaga, I don't know how the hell freaking Kiyori's going to feel. Crap, guys, I really don't know. You know what? We tried it once, we'll do it again. I named some we had to kill today and provided some advantages of doing that. I hope that they would understand. But... oh, she's going crazy. Why to laugh? I'm sorry, Fusashi-san. You seem to have given us a lot of thought, but I put it to waste. Oh wait, did it not matter? You know, I think it didn't matter because if you look at the, where's the log? We kind of mentioned, like, I named some we had to kill today. We didn't actually, like, give any specifics. I think this was a choice I didn't give a damn. She did it already. No, she didn't. Did you touch the door? The only door that wolves could open was the first one we touched. Yes. Yes, I couldn't have survived another delay. She'd finally got out of control. We wolves could fail to a single betrayal, but so unity was even more important for us than for humans. And yet she's done this. Then again, maybe it was my own fault. I'd made killing her sons the foundation of our alliance. Whose door did you touch? Yasunaga. We didn't get him yesterday after all. This night I went to the dorm right after waking up, before you two even left. Was it unlocked? Yes, I'm sure of it. I even opened it up a little bit. Well, that was good enough then. If we had to kill Yoshisugu-kun, I'd have to rethink my plans. Haru-chan was looking at me. She was asking if this wasn't the right time. Yeah. There was no guarantee that she could spend a whole day like a proper wolf after Yasunaga-kun died. In that case... Kiyori-san, I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Can you die tomorrow? We would get rid of her.
Didn't we agree that I would die after I killed both my sons?
Kiyori-san, think about it yourself. Could you spend the entirety of tomorrow like a proper mother who lost her child, perfectly hiding the fact that you did it yourself? Don't you think you would kill Yoshisuke-kun right away to find peace?
It'd be too hard for you, right? You'd already done something without our knowledge tonight. You're not wrong there. Well, I don't mind dying and finding peace, but...
Don't worry. We will kill Yoshisuke-kun even if we end up losing.
Alright. So I'll be hanged tomorrow.
That'd help us a lot. I can only hope she pulled it off well. We then talked about how we would go about it. Then, we returned to the dorm. And killed Yasunaga and Ibe. Like we agreed, they were the ones to do it this time. They used whatever farming tools they could find outside. They were too rusty to make any clean cuts. So, they had to stab him with a pickaxe and crush him with a hammer, too. In the end, his body was barely recognizable as human. Just like with Takumi-san. The only real difference was that when we had to stop Kiyori-san... The only real difference was when we had to stop Kiyori-san, who was bashing the remains while laughing maniacally. That was the end. After calming her down in the dining hall, I reminded her of what she'd done, what she have to do tomorrow. Don't tell them about us. Deny having killed them. Be as emotional as possible.
And I'm supposed to argue against you. I guess this is the last time we'll treat each other as allies. Thank you for everything.
I really didn't deserve gratitude.
Kiyori-san, thank you.
We'll fulfill our promise. The two villains said their goodbyes to the insane mother. They both felt strangely defeated, yet respectful of her. Weird that he's kind of talking to third person there.
Kiyori-san's gonna die, huh?
Yeah.
Serves her right. Anyone who feels sympathy for Yamabito is a traitor. I don't have to think stuff like that, right?
Yep.
I don't like how she acts like a good person. I don't need anyone like her on my side.
You don't have to think of that way either.
It's fine. I'd cry otherwise, but that's too exhausting.
You can do that too if you want. You can ignore anything binding your mind and body. That's a privilege of being evil.
What were you outside, Haruaki? Our preacher?
Not telling. That's a secret of mine.
Will you tell me if we leave this place?
I'll think about it.
How would I live after getting out?
I wonder.
I don't have any money. Would you help me out?
You'd be fine with just a bit of money.
I'd also need a place to stay. And a job.
I'll help you whatever way I can. Honestly, I'm not sure if we'll even be able to stay in Japan. We might even have to cooperate and escape.
Yeah, right. It'd be way easier for you to escape on your own, right? Are you just being nice to me? Or are you actually falling for me?
Which is the right answer?
If you say it's the latter, I'd say you're lying. I mean, it's not like women are hard for you to find, right?
What's this? I thought you were more reserved. Since when was this something you liked talking about?
Well, I'm interested in it too, after all. But I don't know what to do about it. I don't want Nichan to hate me.
You liked him, right?
What does that mean, anyway? I didn't want him to hate me, liked being with him, and I wanted to try kissing him and stuff.
That's more than enough.
Oh, isn't it a more special feeling? Like, the only one in the world.
Well, aren't you innocent? Yeah, I won't say that there aren't people who feel a special sort of love.
Well, isn't that what's normal?
I don't know about normal, but with marriage, at least, it's more like, I guess this person will do fine.
Great, thanks for ruining my dreams.
Really? I'd say that being able to live together with someone is pretty exciting.
Did you ever live with a girl like that?
I did. What, you think it's indecent? Well, I won't deny that there was a dirty side to it.
Indecent, huh? I became a wolf, killed people, got blood on my hands, and even turned into a villain. And honestly, becoming filthy really wasn't a big deal.
I'm glad you're not chasing me with a stick anymore, at least.
Sorry about that.
Well, it was an accident. A natural disaster. Hurricane Mochi.
Ugh, I'm actually kind of mad now.
Why?
I wanted you to be unexpectedly pure.
What the hell?
Would you kiss me if I asked you?
No.
So I'm not attractive, huh?
You actually turned out to be way more attractive than I originally thought.
What the hell? Well, that's kind of mean.
I mean that in a good way. You're fun and interesting, and that's always been a deal breaker for me. But that's exactly why I can't do it. Warped affection would get in the way.
Warped?
It is warped. We'd be criminals licking each other's wounds.
Well, that's appropriate for a pair of villains, right? Well, where are your arguments now, villain?
How much of that was you?
Who knows? But it seems like this girl is ready to take you in. Care to give it a try?
You're fine with that?
Of course. A flourishing bloodline is always good.
Even if the child is that of a villain?
Oh, that certainly is its own matter of excitement. Perhaps if the evil you speak of mixes with myself, we might be able to bring down the detestable Great Lord Shanai. Well, do you wish to lay with me?
I sprinkled some water around us and slapped her. Get a grip, Haru-chan! Don't let her do what she wants.
Ow, what are you doing?
Tomorrow's feast is gonna be rough. Let's get some rest. Good night.
I don't think that I like you or anything, but I'm just not saying whatever comes to mind here. You taught me about evil, and I feel like there's even more I can learn from you. I'm serious about that. Good night.
Crap. She's becoming more and more my type of girl. However, I also didn't want to feel even worse about my memories of events that never happened in this timeline. This just keeps getting more and more interesting, to say the least. Day 5. This was the first time I've ever gotten this far. To kill 16 participants without any intervention by the corruption, the wolves needed about 7 days. All the wolves were still alive, but that would change today. The humans could go on the offensive too. Something would happen today. Could I really survive this? Along with one of the wolves? The one who found Yasunaga Aribe's body was his brother. Without the others around, he'd taken upon himself to patrol in the morning. Finding his brother's remains like that must have been traumatizing. And I thought that was one of those responsible. Naturally, he went crazy. Unlike when he'd lost his mother, he wasn't crying.
Who did it? Who the fuck killed Aniki?
His brother's death made him more angry than sad. He picked up a stick and swung it around with absurd ferocity. He charged at anyone indiscriminately, and though no one was hurt, we all had to hide in our rooms for a while. The one to stop him was, of all people, Hashimoto-san. He was the only one who didn't lock himself up. I understand how you feel. Whether in accidents or war, your pain is shared by all those who lose family. But the real battle will begin shortly, in the hall. No matter what happens, this will be a tragedy for you. But facing it head on is the manly thing to do, right, Yoshisuke Aribe-kun? You must know this already.
Fuck!
He threw the stick on the ground and that was that. It took some serious guts to face an armed delinquent and just talk him down. This was our enemy.
Yasunaga! Yasunaga! Oh, she's going in a circle, okay.
Kyoto-san was acting like... No. She was crying for real. To her, the murder was his liberation from this harsh world, but it was also the end for them as mother and son. When you focused on that fact, it came as to no surprise that the tears she shed were authentic. I'd also made her kill him as thoroughly as possible, so there was that. Anyway, this was no time to have breakfast, and Yoshisuke-kun insisted that we start the feast right away, so that's what we did. Pretty much the whole left side is boop.
Yoshisugu-sama, divine sake.
No!
You need it to repel the corruption.
I said no!
Then, let us begin the feast.
The old hag was a damn human! Angry like hell, he stood up and shouted that at me.
We got so few people left, so why haven't any of you hit a wolf yet? Say something, you lunatic!
Those were just the results I was given.
Oh yeah? Who'd you look into this time? If you say you hit a human again, I swear I'll kill you!
I found a wolf. Everyone present wore a poker face. Their feelings were completely unreadable.
Say it then! Who's the wolf? I'm telling you to say it!
I put on a burdened expression. If I was human, it would have been extremely hard for me to accept that my employer and the one who helped me more than anyone else here was a wolf.
What? Say it!
To think she would kill her own son.
No. No way. I'll fucking kill ya!
If killing me will change the truth, then do it, Yoshisugu Aribe! Yes! Kiori Aribe is a wolf!
You're lying!
I'm not! This has to be some sort of mistake. Look at the state that she's in!
Nosato-sama, if that is not true, it would mean that either you or I are the wolves.
What? The people still alive are...
There are 4 unconfirmed humans. Take away Miko-chan and you got 3. 2 of them are wolves. No. With Yamawaki-san gone, we filtered out more than enough. Without Miko-chan, we have 4 unconfirmed humans, and only one of them can be human. I know I'm a human, so it has to be the remaining 3.
Nonsense! I'm human too!
And so, am I. Mom, say something! Tell him that you're human! Of course. I would never kill Yasunaga. Damn it, damn right. Who the hell's a wolf then?
Oh god, I hate her damn eyes when she does that.
It's all your fault!
Kaori-san quickly grabbed Haru-chan.
Huh?
She was completely shocked for a second.
You did this because you couldn't have Yasunaga, didn't you?
Oh, so she was making a mess of things.
You... What do you think your son is? You're so obsessed that... What? Say it! You're so obsessed with your sons that you've gone completely insane! You brat! Take this!
Right before things turned bloody, the others jumped in and stopped them. Of course, they were in no situation to continue the scene. Their act, which was mostly sincere, left everyone stunned.
Oh man, a fight. I'll still say it though. Sorry for suspecting you, Yasun's mom.
The ones with the weakest reactions to the event, Mochi said the line least fitting the situation.
You You did it, didn't you? Weren't you friends? How can you feel that way about the death of a friend?
She was basically attacking everyone now. It worked to show that she was a victim, but also made her a nuisance. Just like Tei Yamawaki. She was doing what we agreed on.
Well, I did expect this to happen, so it's not that shocking.
Kamoshida, I already know you're fucking insane, so just shut up.
Yoshi, well, think about it. If one of the wolves wanted to kill Yasun, Mama Kiori would have stopped them even if she had to stab them. Since this happened, it means she's actually approved of it.
Don't talk like she's a wolf! Can you all shut up for a second? Everyone fell silent because they were tired of making loud noises. Still, silence was silence.
What is it, lunatic?
You've already said your piece, right? I now want to hear what the level-headed people have to say here. With a tired voice, I said that, hiding my face. Yudai Hashimoto-san. I want to hear what you think. Huh. Now this is unexpected. You're actually letting me talk. You'd talk sooner or later anyway. I figured I might as well give him the floor now to avoid a more decisive play from him later. Well, I won't say anything that's useful to you. I have no clue what the hell you mean. Well, that makes this a bit harder. What, you're not confident? I'm about 70% certain. That's more than enough. Very well. I'll say it. Apologies, but I think that we should make Fusashi-kun the sacrifice for today. He went and said it. However, it's not like I have enough to proclaim it with certainty that he is a wolf. Why? Well, I'll present a few possibilities now. First, Fusashi-kun is a real snake. Oribi-san is a real wolf, as are two of the four remaining. That was how we operated until now. And so far, we haven't had a single wolf. We have one today. Well, yes, because I threatened you yesterday. So that was the story, huh? Fuck. And now, like Kyo-chan said, could there really be wolves among the four remaining? I worry that the answer is no. Then let's set that possibility aside and consider a few others. These ones are only possible if someone who claims to have a guardian actually isn't one. Does everyone understand that? At this point, only Miko didn't. First of all, let's look at the possibility of the monkeys. Me and Chikamochi-kun being liars. Now, that's extremely unlikely. We revealed ourselves when everyone was still alive, and no one came out to deny it. And since we can vouch for each other,
Monkeys are good, we get it, move on.
Well, next is the possibility that the crow is lying. He revealed himself on the third day, 2 days ago. By that point, we'd lost the old man who cried wolf, Muro-san, and Sarazawa-san. It's not impossible that the crow was among them. That's why no one spoke up against him. Or maybe the real one saw the fake's reveal as a trap and didn't know what to do, as coming out would lead to the wolves killing him. And they eventually died having never revealed themselves. However, the ones who died since then were Makashima-san, Yamawaki-san, and today's Yasunaga Arebe-kun. This is just an assumption, but I believe these three would have revealed themselves before they died. Or rather, right after Yoshisugo-kun came out as a crow. Basically, it wasn't impossible that his intense reveal was just a bluff. If the crow is a fake, then there could have been real wolves among the ones who were lynched. The old man who cried wolf, Kanzo Makashima-shi, Tei Yamawaki-san. There could be more than one too.
I didn't lie. The old farts who got hanged were all human.
And finally, the possibility that the snake, Haruaki Fusashi-kun, is a fake. Here we go. We revealed himself on the third day, so the conditions were the same as Yoshisugo-kun. However, he declared that Muro-san, Yasunaga-kun, and Haru Makashima-san are humans, and the only one still alive is Makashima-san. Haru-chan looked at the floor and fell silent. Muro-san and Yasunaga-kun proved their innocence by being killed. However, that isn't enough to prove that Fusashi-kun is innocent. A false snake can tell the truth, after all. Because the wolves supposedly know who the other wolves are, right? Exactly. Oh, and one more thing. It's also possible that both Fusashi-kun and Yoshisuko-kun are liars. But I find it really unlikely that two of Guardians were dead on the third day and they happened to replace them both. Well, unlikely or not, it's not impossible. But anyway, what do you think is the safest thing to do here?
Hang everyone shady.
Well, that's one option, but it would take too much time. Now let's think about what to do today.
Get to the point, fatty! Yoshisugu, are you actually... No! I'm a human! The crow, damn it!
Yoshisugu-kun, stop being so aggressive. Now, Hashimoto-san, you should get to the point. Everyone's hungry and stressed. Apologies. Then let me say it. I do believe that Yoshisugu-kun is most likely the real crow.
Huh?
And I believe that Takumi Muro-san had a guardian of some sort.
Takumi?
Yes. After all, he said that he couldn't die yet. He noticed it too, huh? It also looked to me like he had something to say. And the wolves could have noticed that too. But that's not very conclusive now, is it? No, I can't deny that, but finding hard evidence during the feast is difficult. Therefore, we must consider the possibility that the wolves made some observations, acted based on what they saw, and succeeded. Yoshisugu-kun really doesn't seem like the type of person. He doesn't look like he could calmly observe people and act convincingly enough to pretend to have a guardian. Are you saying that's the kind of person I am? That's a personal attack. What, do you think I'm a chameleon or something? In a different situation, it'd be a compliment. Anyway, the thing I'm worried about most is whether or not he's the real one. If he's a fake, then Haru Makashima-san could be a wolf too. And it would be possible that Kiyori Aribe is being framed. Once again, he's just right on the damn money. Everyone turned a suspicious eye on me. Crap. Kiyori-san's tragic mother act was working too well. Everyone wanted to believe her more than me. If we keep acting based on his investigations, we would have to kill Kiyori Oribe-san, then 2 or 3 more people. Then, there would be a need to start suspecting whether Yoshisugu or Oribe-kun was fake or not. During that time, the wolves could kill as many people as we did. It would be too late, and that's what I'm worried about. So pardon me, but that's why I want Fusashi-kun to sacrifice himself for us. We'll know if he's real based on Yoshisugu-kun's power. And if he is, we would lynch Kiyori Aribe-san and try to corner the other 2. And if he's fake, he would have to start suspecting Haru Makashima-san, who he claimed was a human.
No. Stop.
I honestly don't know if we would win with this. In the end, it will most likely be a matter of luck. However, if we let him do as he pleases and let him create groups that should and should not be suspected at will, we would find ourselves with a problem we can't solve. He'd have already done his job as someone who determined who did, and didn't have to be suspected. If he's really a human, I believe he should really sacrifice himself for us. Oh. I expected something like this. It seemed reasonable, but really wasn't. It seemed kind, but really wasn't. Even so, winning against him wouldn't be easy. His guardian, position, appearance, and impression he'd given everyone were too powerful to overturn. Was the best angle of attack through logic and emotion? I decided. I would simply be myself. What the hell does that mean? I have a counter-argument. Yes? You underestimate the value of numbers. Everyone, Hashimoto included, seemed confused. I quickly began to explain. I'll explain on paper. Look. I prepared an inkstone, got some water, and dipped the writing brush into it, soften it up. I'd watched Rikako-san do this before. I then melted the ink, prepared some paper, and began writing. So, he's listing off what we think is what. So, Shigemochi, Hashimoto, monkey for circles, Oribe, or Yoshi being a crow, triangle, but also using triangle for Fusashi being snake and Haru being human, okay? Now, we also claim that Kiyori is a wolf, and then we have Kiyonosuke, Rikako, Miko, and Hisako, who are still unconfirmed, basically. This is our current state. The circles are confirmed humans, while the other 4 triangles are the self-proclaimed and those I investigated. If you trust all the triangles, there are 5 possible wolves and 5 humans. A complete tie. Now, the humans will hang the suspects, while the wolves will kill the confirmed humans, so it will always be a tie. Understand? Everyone nodded. I appreciated that. In this situation's worst-case scenarios, specifically, if we don't find any wolves besides Kiyori-san and let them do as they please, you would soon be an equal amount of humans and surviving wolves. Oopsie daisy, I just decided to skip that accident. You would soon have an equal amount of humans. That would assure the humans' defeat. Because they won't be able to get a majority when voting? Yes. And I looked at Miko. She looked worried all day long, but when our eyes met, she became moody. What was that all about? If we keep Miko alive, it's very likely that she would vote with the wolves.
What? You're a dummy! A poopy dummy!
A few hid their face. Stifling laughs, surely. Regardless, based on the reactions to how she responded, they were all clearly concerned that she was the badger. I didn't want to kill her, but it could be inevitable this time. If that happened and the wolves became wolves plus Miko, the humans' defeat would be confirmed. If we didn't hang either Miko or a wolf today, we would instantly be in that situation. Well, assuming you and Yoshisugu-kun are real. That's the scenario I'm referring to, yes. And I realize that's what most of you are worried about. Listen, everyone. Now, I know for sure that if we don't kill a wolf today, the human's defeat is sealed. When you hang me and I find out that I'm a human, it'll all be too late. Hashimoto-san is certain that I'm suspicious and is suggesting that you just hang me so you can see it as he does. But the choice between believing me and believing him is a choice between life and death. You might trust him more than you do me, but are you aware of the weight this decision carries? Can you trust in the idea that has led you to such a fork in the road? Silence. If you let me live and hang Kiyori-san, and if I live to tomorrow, I will reveal another human or wolf. If we know who all the humans besides Miko are, human victory would be assured. If I find another wolf, I would have to survive another day. But after that, again, human victory would be certain. 3 people will be hanged, 2 will be killed, and with that, this massacre would be over. All you have to do is trust me and let me live.
Hashimoto-san, his logic seems sound, but what do you think?
Oh dear. I accidentally counted Miko-chan as a human. And I'm the one who mentioned a badger. You don't trust me, but don't you think you should let me live at least one more day? No, I don't actually. Why? What you're saying is basically that the wolves have 4 votes, and we have to lower that number. We don't know who the wolves are. If we believe you, it's Oribe-san, but if we don't, it's not her, but you. You are self-aware enough to understand that you're also pushing them into a grave choice that would kill them, right? Damn, what a counterattack. I'm completely certain that she's a wolf. While your confidence in your idea of 70%, mine is 100. But the same can't be said about the rest. You probably already noticed it, but there's a way to prevent the humans' defeat today, one everyone would accept. It's lynching Miko-chan. Are we really gonna do that, though? Ugh. Everyone slowly looked at the girl.
Pa?
He wasn't wrong. It was hard to accept, but yeah. It was also something we wolves would have to do to emerge victorious. Also, if we had her die this feast, we could have Kyoto-san with us for another day. No, that wasn't good. Kyoto-san had to die today. She would go out of control, and on top of that, if I didn't prove my legitimacy as a snake, Hashimoto's argument would see me killed tomorrow. Wait, there's nothing we would learn from killing a little girl. If she really is a badger, the crow would only find out that she was human. The snake would reveal another one of us, but the truth would still be a mystery. Isn't that ultimately just putting off the same decision? Well, there's no guarantee that the snake will survive this night. In fact, it's very unlikely. Aren't we already in a situation where our fates are outside of our hands?
No need to be pessimistic yet. The spider could still be alive. I see. Well, if the spider protects Fusashi-san, the snake will survive the night. We can hear what Hassan has to say tomorrow and decide whether to hang him then. It'd help Yoshi too, so maybe we really should hang Miko-chan.
He was the only one to whom today's vote would have a different meaning. He had a choice between believing the snake or Yudai Hashimoto and his mother.
Wait, are you really going to kill this little girl? What's the difference at this point? We've already killed 3 people. We don't even know why she's siding with the wolves. Shouldn't we try talking to her first? Miko, you must not believe the wolves. I hate you! Get a grip, Miko-chan. You're a human. If you side the wolves, they will kill you. I won't die.
Hey, Miko. Will you really help the wolves?
You big dummy!
I couldn't get a read of her at all. Why was I the only one she was so antagonistic to? Crap. They could just believe me. Hanging Kyoto Aribe would really remove a wolf. It would make me more trustworthy since a crow would reveal his mother's identity, and everyone would accept the tragic truth. Failure meant death. This wasn't a case of high risk, high reward. It was all or nothing. A matter of life and death. However, I was really out of options here. Allow me to suggest something here. I've already used up all the info I had and said everything I could. Well, first, let's choose between whether we hang Miko or either Fusashi-kun or Oribe-san. The former is a time extension, while the latter is a choice between victory and defeat. Keep that in mind when choosing. If the former wins, we simply do it. But if the latter wins, we vote on whether we hang Fusashi-kun or Oribe-san.
Wait, we can't vote for anyone else?
If we let the votes spread out, the wolves could take control by voting together. We can't lose a single human right now. He didn't have to worry about that. After all, both suspects were wolves. However, his emphasis on how heavy the choice would be probably made everyone partial to hanging Miko. What was I to do next? How would I deal with the aftermath of killing Miko? Oh, another thing. It's already kind of happening, but I think you should be in charge right now. If no one objects, then certainly. As if anyone would. Then let's hold the first vote. Uematsu-san, if you please.
Haruwaki-sama, the brush, please.
I gave it back to her. With that, I've been reduced to a mere suspect. Now, those who want to lynch Miko-chan, please...
Wait.
What is it, Kiori-san?
You're all planning to hang Miko, aren't you?
Everyone looked at each other. That was probably the consensus, but no one understood why she was asking that. Is there a problem with that? That's just... Oh, yep. She gonna go crazy. That just won't do. I won't be able to die. Crap. A moment later, she jumped up and faced Yoshisugu-kun. Then I killed Yoshisugu! She then extended her arms before her. Huh? What? Die like Yasunaga did! She reached for her son's neck. The next moment, she was blown away. Like, what, with your stomach? You like, what would you do? Oh. He tackled, well, I tackled her, okay. She must have been sent to the whole other plaza at that point. Hashimoto-san tackled her as fast as he could. It was incomparable to Takumi-san's tackle from last time. The weight and momentum was on a whole other level. What, do you do sumo? American football. Oh, okay. Smart, charismatic, and strong, huh? This guy just had no weaknesses at all. But... Mom! Hey! What are you doing to her? Get away, you fool! Huh? Rikaku-san, get the rope! I'll hold her down. Everyone was calm. They all methodically handled the sudden threat. Kiori Aribe lost consciousness and was tied up. Everyone started to vote without her. The only one who voted to hang Miko was Yoshisugu Aribe. Thus, we moved on to the final vote. Haruaki Fusashi only got votes from Yoshisugu Aribe and Miko. Kiori Aribe got the remaining 7. Everyone calmly decided to lynch Kiori Aribe. I mean, at least it's going as planned. It just took a longer time to get there. Yoshisugu! Oh, Yoshisugu! Please, I beg you, die with me! She wailed those and similar things all the way to the hanging pine. The tackle left her with a few broken bones and dislocated joints, so she couldn't stand by herself anymore. Thus, Hashimoto-san had to carry her under his arm. Yoshisugu-kun was with us too, but only because Harucha was dragging him along. He looked like his soul had left his body. It seemed like he wanted to avoid looking into her eyes or hearing her voice. As someone who pushed something like this on Fusashi-kun, I have to take responsibility. Kiori Aribe-san, I'm sorry for making this so hard for you. Yoshisugu! 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 Yoshi! With the noose on her neck, right before she was thrown into the mist. She stopped screaming and looked at me. There was no madness in her eyes. Her mind was clear. I felt like that was her way of telling me to fulfill my promise. A fall. A quiet shriek. Oh dear. I killed a person. He made that simple and extremely belated observation. The son, now both an orphan and an only child, collapsed to his knees. Kiori-san. She kept her promise. Most of that. No. All of it may have been an act. If she hadn't done that, it was likely that Miko would have been hanged. And tomorrow, it would have been my turn. I was both thankful and apologetic to her. After all, I couldn't fulfill my promise yet. Without its owner, the dining hall had become an extremely empty place. I felt like its soul had left this world, or like its mind was elsewhere. It was noon, yet no one had eaten anything yet. I volunteered to make something, but Kiyonosuke said that they couldn't trust me yet, so I refrained. The one who picked up the responsibility was Hashimoto-san. He could cook too? As it turned out, not really. He just made some plain vegetables boil with some basic seasonings. It wasn't anything delicious. He wasn't perfect. He was simply a human who was a bit more fearsome than the rest. We couldn't leave the dining hall for the whole day. Yoshisuke-kun wanted to be alone, but the poor guy wasn't even granted that. With the state he was in, everyone was worried that he would pull something, so they didn't make an exception even for him. How could a doting mother like that kill her own son? She said that when he went to the bathroom. It was an extremely normal question from a normal person. If Chimi was alive, she'd probably have said something like, "No one can resist God." I can now vaguely understand those words. The thing binding the people of Yasumizu. The thing lying dormant within Haru-chan. I felt like it was closer than ever. Just beyond the mist. Of course, no one assumed Mamiya-san's answered the question. There was something I wanted to ask Mochi. It wasn't something I could ask in public, though, and I didn't want to get a chance to have a secret chat with him. I didn't get a chance. There are still people who are wary of you, so I will testify that you went back home and stayed there. When it was time to call it a day, he put some pressure on me. You're the one who's wary of me. Maybe. Who knows? How great would it be if all my worries were baseless? I agreed with him on that. He was right about a lot of things. However, he couldn't leverage it well. And this was despite his persuasiveness and connections. Why did he lose? One of the reasons was underestimating the madness controlling Yasumizu and the unity the wolves shared. And another reason was my ability to cheat. Death looping. Looking back at it, I made it this far despite failing to kill Yasunaga-kun once. I couldn't have cleared this game in one go if I didn't have the ability to see trial and error. Even so, the end was near. Dusk. We're killing... You die, Hashimoto. Wow, damn, that just... Bloop! They just went. We found the opportunity to kill him, and we took it. The process was the same as always. We used the nearby farming tools to cut, stab, and crush him thoroughly. I wanted a more effective method, honestly. That was probably why Yasunaga-kun killed Takumi-san with a gun the first time around. However, I didn't want the method to give me away, so I wanted to prevent any dying messages like the one Chiime had falsified in that previous loop. Making an absolute mess of the body seemed like the most reasonable method. Was that thought born of madness? Of course it was. It was pure insanity. I ran circles in my mind to try and keep it stable enough to make at least somewhat rational decisions. Tearing apart the mountain of flesh was extremely hard work. Once done with it, Haru-chan and I went back. Our discussion for what we'd do tomorrow was simple. If Shizuku-kun would use his crow powers to prove that Kiyori-san was a wolf, that would prove that I was a real snake. We'd hang a random somebody tomorrow, and use the nights to finally get rid of the crow. The day after tomorrow, there would be 6 people left. With the badger on our side, we'd have 3 votes. Is Miko really the badger? Most likely. Though I'm not sure if she'd actually betray the humans if we reveal that we're the wolves. Why is she so antagonistic toward me, though? She's a maiden. Huh? Nothing. Well, I think it'll be alright. But to be sure, we should depend on something more reliable. Yeah, exactly. We should kill Rikaku Uematsu or Kiyonosuke Nosato, and use the night to... kill Mochi, right? You okay? I'm used to it. Boy, have I changed. I've actually used to killing now. I wonder if I'll be able to live a normal life after this. You can atone for your sins or whatever. You're still underage. Would you be facing capital punishment? I don't know. Though I doubt they think it was involuntary manslaughter. Then let's run away. We talked about that yesterday, right?
The sin is the same either way.
Is it now?
We'll meet again no matter what, right? Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'll be with you no matter what.
She was making less and less sense to me. Don't say that you fall for me. It's uncool.
Don't worry. I won't. It's uncool.
Huh. Wow. I set her on the path of evil. Scolding her for something now is extremely uncool.
I won't say if it'll bother you. It will bother you.
Hey, you should just do what you want. That's one of the perks of being evil.
Then I'll just do what I want.
Good.
How about a kiss?
As long as she doesn't show up.
Surprisingly formal, are we?
And there went your chance.
You're so stingy.
We parted ways. It was all smooth sailing from here. Yudai Hashimoto was dead, and Kiyori-san, the most problematic wolf, ended up leaving the stage in the best of ways. All that was left was some throwaway feasts. I thought we were on a roll, and soon discovered how naive I was. Well, if that's not a great way to end the episode, I don't know what is.
Whoo-wee. Well, honestly, I had the same thought process as Fusashi there. Like, we got rid of the most, in my opinion, the most problematic characters, right? Like, Hashimoto, straight up, just everything he kept saying just made it seem worse and worse and worse and worse. But now I'm kind of worried about Mamiya-san. Maybe she'll take over the role, you know? But then we have Mochi, who's just dangerous in his own right. But then again, we're just kind of banking on the whole thing, like, oh, it's just Mochi, whatever. So, man, yeah, this is interesting. But I believe the game when it says that the end is near. Because this is the furthest we've gotten on a main path. Because I'm assuming the game maybe has, I would assume 3 or 4 paths to take, because this is the third one, and we have nearly all the. I think we're missing 6 keys, and I'm sure we're gonna get more. We're gonna go back to the other stuff to do cleanup to maybe get the whatever real thing could be. So I think we're getting closer. I figured this game would take a while to get through. I mean, I'm 31 hours in, so, or give or take a few hours, but this is episode 31, so. But yeah, I can't wait to see what the hell he means by being naive. We'll just take it from there. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time for Let's Play Raging Loop. Love you all so much. Have a great day.